My name is Elaine Unzicker, and I'm a jeweler slash metal artist, a metalsmith. I make jewelry out of chainmails, both stainless steel and silver, and I make also wearable items out of the same material, scarves, belts, purses. And I have two flat nose pairs of pliers that I use constantly to put things together. And it really is kind of like hand stitching, but you're using pliers instead of, I don't know, something like needles if you were knitting. You're not using a fiber. These are already set. So here's the beginning of the stitch. Art is, for me, something that I do because I realized actually quite young that it was something I needed to do. It wasn't something that I could just put away and say, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore. For some reason inside, there was a strong desire to be creative. And I actually did an experiment where I decided, okay, I'm not going to be an artist anymore. I'm just going to put it in the closet and I'm going to do my 9-to-5 job and not make art for a while. It was a very depressing year. I think a good artist is one that takes whatever materials they're using and pushes it beyond what they've seen and creates things that seem new and fresh and interesting. Also has a sense of uniqueness. And a bad artist is someone who really doesn't push it beyond just one little point. In other words, it's like, oh, you've seen that before. You actually could see that in a store somewhere. Or you look at it and you go, well, what's the point? It doesn't intrigue you enough. In other words, it doesn't allow you to really be engaged. I think art speaks, and it's really essential that it does. It doesn't mean that you'll get what it's saying, but what's important is that the art evokes a message, and that maybe everybody looks at it differently, and that to me is good art. So here's the beginning of the stitch. And I'll put this down for a second. I don't consider this hard, but other people do. You're just interlocking 4 jump rings, essentially, each time I do this. And sometimes the ring isn't totally closed, so I go back and I close it to make it a more even fit. So now we're ready for soldering. There it went. That's great. I mean, sometimes it is hard to let go of a piece. Sometimes it's about, like, you make something and you just want to hold on to it for a little while. So I might not show it, or I might wear it and not actually have it on display or something. Or I might just say to myself, well, this one, I need to have this one for a little bit.